Emergency action.
Emergency alert.
That was We Belong Together by Mariah Carey. 8:19 p.m., 72 degrees, partly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms later tonight. We interrupt our programming to activate the Wyoming Emergency Alert System. Please stand by.
Messages transmitted at the request of Crook County Emergency Management. The Crook County portion of U.S. Highway 14 is closed due to a fire at the United Research Facility. The closure extends from Old Sundance Road to the north to Goshen Street and Moorcroft to the south. Please remain clear of the area until the fire has been contained.
Crook County Emergency Management has issued a mandatory evacuation order. Repeat, a mandatory evacuation order. All residents of Carlisle, Linden, Moorcroft, Pine Haven, and all visitors at Keyhole State Park must evacuate immediately. Your evacuation route is Interstate 90. Bring a 3-day supply of food, water, clothing, and other essential items. Tune to 99.9 KUWG-FM or 97.3 KAML-FM for additional information. To repeat, Crook County Emergency Management has issued a mandatory evacuation order. All residents of Carlisle, Linden, Moorcroft, Pine Haven, and all visitors at Keyhole State Park must evacuate immediately. Your evacuation route is Interstate 90. Bring a 3-day supply of food, water, clothing, and other essential items. Tune to 99.9 KUWG-FM or 97.3 KAML-FM for additional information.
Frankenstein.
In the 4 to 7 day forecast for Thursday.
Evacuation order extended to Campbell and Weston counties. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Wyoming Office of Homeland Security. The previously issued evacuation order for Crook County has now been extended to cover Campbell and Weston counties due to elevated radiation levels in the area. Your evacuation route is Interstate 90. Bring a 3-day supply of essentials, including clothing, food, water, medications, a battery-powered or hand-crank radio, and any other necessary items. Tune to 99.9 KUWG-FM or 97.3 KAML-FM to receive additional information. Do not return to the area until the all-clear is given.
Partly cloudy with a 20% chance.
there's an awful lot of bushes on that platform with him.
Yeah, I thought, you
Yeah.
know, he
A civil authority has issued an administrative message for all Montana, all North Dakota, all South Dakota, and all Wyoming effective until 6:30 p.m. The United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission warns of elevated radiation levels in northeastern Wyoming and western South Dakota following a nuclear gas leak at the United Research Facility in Moorcroft, Wyoming. Winds may carry hazardous particles a great distance, limit outdoor activity, and shut off air conditioning systems. Stay tuned to your local radio and television stations to receive further details.
To digest and say you like it or you won't eat it or something.
Flash flood emergency for Crook and Butte counties. The National Weather Service in Rapid City has issued a flash flood warning for Crook County in northeastern Wyoming, southwestern Butte County and northwestern South Dakota until 8:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 2:10 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, Crook County Emergency Management reported the failure of Keyhole Dam. Floodwaters will move downstream along the Belle Fourche River over the next 4 to 6 hours. Flooding is expected in Devil's Tower by 3 p.m., Hewlett by 3:30 p.m., and Belle Fourche by 8 p.m. This is a flash flood emergency for life-threatening catastrophic flooding. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek higher ground now. Flooding on roadways is likely, including U.S. Highways 14 and 85 and Wyoming Highway 24. Never try to walk through fast-moving water. If you live along a stream or low-lying area, move to higher ground immediately to save your life. Do not wait until the water gets higher. Do not cross bridges or low-lying spots covered by water. Vehicles can be swept away by only a foot or two of fast-moving water, or the road may be washed out. Repeating. A flash flood warning has been issued until 8:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for the following counties: Crook County, Wyoming; Butte County, South Dakota;
issued an immediate evacuation for all Wyoming effective until 10:26 p.m. This is an evacuation order for the state of Wyoming. A storage accident at a United Research Facility in Moorcroft has released radioactive particles into the atmosphere. Your life is in immediate
this program to activate the emergency alert system in the state of South Dakota at the request of the South Dakota Office of Emergency Management. The emergency situation is the failure of the Belle Fourche Reservoir Dam and affects Belle Fourche and Meade counties. At 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, the dam was reported to have failed from excessive flooding caused by the failure of the upstream Keyhole Reservoir Dam this afternoon. The floodwaters will be moving downstream in the coming hours. Those that live within the Belle Fourche River floodplain are advised to move to higher ground immediately. To repeat, the South Dakota Office of Emergency Management has reported the failure of the Belle Fourche Reservoir Dam. Floodwaters will be moving downstream in the coming hours. Those that live within the Belle Fourche River floodplain are advised to move to higher ground immediately. This concludes emergency programming under the South Dakota State Emergency Alert System. All broadcast stations may now resume normal programming operations.